The moon in Cancer is an astrological combination that amplifies the emotional and sensitive qualities of this water sign. Some of the main characteristics of individuals with the moon in Cancer are: traditionally, they are located in their emotional state, implying that Cancer and the moon are immediately akin, reinforcing each other's qualities. Therefore, this is an archetypal moon, and it is easy to suppose that these deeply emotional people have a great capacity to connect with the real emotional needs of others. Just as someone in a crisis, the moon in Gemini, would try to explain the reason for their situation, and the moon in Taurus would prepare a meal, both being projections of their own needs and remedies of dubious efficacy. The moon in Cancer takes easily to contact with the emotional need of that person. Something leads them to respond with innate sensitivity to the emotional requirement of the other, creating an atmosphere in which the person feels contained and satisfied. These individuals are often very soothing, very calming, and know how to give a lot of security to others. Sometimes, their mere presence naturally calms the emotional turmoil of others because they have something very calm and secure at their core, which allows them to connect with the internal world of others, even in their turmoil. They handle emotional contact with an innate ability, an instinct for emotional contact, and for producing the same effect of an oasis that they have within themselves. They possess a great capacity to create containment environments for others and to understand emotional currents and real effective needs in any situation, whether it is familiar, group, or institutional. They also have a real aptitude for education and care of children and young people. However, perhaps their greatest talent lies in distilling a special, effective quality that allows them to gather people together and produce strong integration in groups and institutions. It is necessary to reiterate that everything said about the moon refers to the lunar function as a need for an energy that protects, for a certain period of time, a being that is organizing and constituting itself. This presence of energy and vibration is a requirement for any evolutionary process, and in this sense, the moon is indispensable. We can think of our energy system as radiating energy through different stages. Similar to the development of an embryo, certain aspects grow while others remain latent. Then these grow, and later others do as well, until the entire organism forms. Thus, necessarily, the first energy that manifests is that of our moon, and it will have the quality of giving us a protective vibration that filters the excessive load of other vibrations in our birth chart. The energy system filters itself. This is necessary because the force of other energies that are too powerful must be dosed. The moon has the function of a filter that allows a psyche to grow and organize until its growth signals that it is time to break that protective cocoon. This is the second necessary step, and the moon is designed to provide this function. In this way, the moment arrives when it is no longer necessary for the moon to filter the rest of the birth chart. Now, what is our difficulty? In general, we remain too long within the protective egg, and, as a consequence, we live our energies distorted by that filter. We live the entire birth chart from the moon, for much longer than necessary. This generates a fearful consciousness of oneself and one's destiny because we continue to experience the birth chart structure from the need for protection. A second point is that, eventually, we develop consciousness of the rest of the chart, but in situations of insecurity or danger, we tend to revert to being the chick that hides in the egg. This is the second movement we tend to make with the moon. That is, despite having experienced and developed the ability to synthesize the entire set of energies, when a situation exceeds a certain emotional threshold linked to fear, consciousness returns to the lunar refuge and continues to act from there.